But they had to let people fall in love with the idea and get used to using it and see these big returns. And now they introduce the one that they can control. The one that's going to tell you how much meat you can buy. And they tie it into global warming and social credit score. That's where this is all going, my brother. Worse than communism could have ever been, as horrible as it was. That's my fear. So keeping that on the front stage, front and center, okay, cool. I like technology. I like advancing. Great. Everything has two sides, the way it could be used. It could be used for good or bad. The internet, in my opinion, is doing more destruction now than good. Yes, there's a lot of great that came from it. Everything has two ways it can be used, for good or for bad. You can use your phone to look at porno all day, or you can use your phone to read, study, Google. Hey, you want to talk to me about religion? It takes you 5 seconds to do some basic facts on Jesus Christ. I just showed you one of them, for example. That took you 2 seconds to learn something you probably didn't know about him.
Right.
Most people are not using it for the second person, bro. They're using it to degenerate themselves, to become lower vibrational human beings. They're using it for the senses. The only difference between a human being and an animal, from the spiritual explanation of it, we share the same anatomy as animals, as monkeys, as pigs. The pig is one of the closest to us. But what separates us from them is our souls, our spirit. When a human being only acts upon their desires, they are lower than the animal because they have intellect. If all I do is eat, drink, suck, and fuck, like Tony Montana, all we got to do is eat and drink and suck and fuck, right, Tony Montana? You said that one scene?
Yeah.
Is this all there is to a life, man, huh? Eating, drinking, sucking, fuck. If that's all that a human being does, you are lower than an animal. And most people in our society, that's all they do. Eat, drink, suck, fuck.
Yeah.
Consume content that doesn't benefit them. Content like this benefits them. That's why the work that you do is so important. The people that you have on, sharing their experiences, their lives, what they've been through. These are things that will benefit you. If you know nothing about life, nothing about people, people have never even heard of Albania probably. Today they learned something. Where are you spending your time? You have a responsibility with the gift that you've been given. Time is the most precious asset, and most people throw it right into the garbage. And I'm guilty of it too. I've procrastinated much in my life. But the duality is what scares me. What it could be. What could it be used for? And maybe that's the fear from the trauma of knowing what my family went through. What could happen? How tyranny can creep in. How things that were created to liberate us have actually started to enslave us. And I think this is the greatest example of it. This is a weapon of mass envy. Mass envy. If you look at my Instagram, you're like, this guy has the most amazing life in the world. This guy lives like a rock star. Brother, there's been times I posted on there, I'm in paradise, I'm crying in my hotel room, bro. And that's the truth, because you're only seeing what I put on there, the good stuff. You're not seeing the bad stuff.
Yeah.
So you're creating this environment where everyone feels like they're behind. I'm not doing good in life. My life sucks. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with this technology, brother, that I think the majority of us are failing with. And I have even given a term to this society that we live in. I call this generation the Easter Bunny generation.
What does that mean?
This is either going to be the smartest thing you've ever heard, or you're going to say this guy's an idiot. The Easter Bunny generation. During Easter, when we go to the store and we buy all the stuff for Easter, one of the things we buy are the Easter Bunny chocolates, right?
Right.
A lot of those chocolates are what inside? They're hollow.
Right.
During Easter, a lot of those chocolates,
or they have like caramel inside or something.
Yeah, you could get the solid ones, but a lot of the ones that they give you, or like they stuffed about, they're hollow. You literally bite into them and they're empty.
Right.
They look great on the outside. They're empty on the inside. It's the same thing with this generation. Everything is beautiful on the exterior. Every moment of my life is handcrafted to make my life look amazing. Deep down inside, they've never been more depressed than they are now. 1 in 12 Americans on antidepressants. People are suffering. Suicide rates are through the roof. And it's got to lead you to what, but I'm looking at this. I've lost friends to suicide that just looking at their lives on Instagram, but that's how I see them. I don't know. I don't see them every day. Whenever I saw them, they seemed happy. Look online, they seem amazing. Taking their own lives. Married with children. I lost a friend I couldn't believe I lost 2 years. I couldn't believe how his life ended. I would have never seen the warning signs. It's the Easter Bunny generation, brother. Beautiful on the outside, empty on the inside.
I also heard you use the term generation of bastards.
Yo, you went deep, huh?
What does that mean?
So I got to take down some of this content before I get taken down. But basically, brother, from a spiritual perspective, you need both parents to raise a child the right way.
Right.
Divorce has never been higher. And
what is the divorce rate? Is the divorce rate really the highest in the U.S.?